There. Ding, ding, ding. Hi, hello. Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yeah, it works. Hey, welcome to the stream. Hi. If you're new here, my name is Argus Leviathan. I'm a paranormal detective. And yeah. It's the holiday season, so how should we end this year? Probably with Ace Attorney. Probably with Ace Attorney, yeah. So health update, I'm doing fine. I didn't get sick, but my throat hurted like hell, so I almost, yeah, I almost healed it. It's fine now, but I have a lot of snout? No, it's not. I have a lot, yeah, so sorry, I'm gonna be a little nasal today because yeah. Pinky the Pineapple, hi! Hello artists and chat. I mean, it is a Christmas game. And we can say it is Christmas because it's past the thing. But yeah, hope I'm gonna be alright because it feels like I'm not sick anymore, which is good because I don't like to be sick, especially on like New Year, you know, New Year celebration. Pop, 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 pop. There we go. A little bit. If it's too loud, you can tell me, okay? Okay. Okay, we continue. Yes. Yeah, it's the last stream of the year. Wow. The whole year of streaming. Wow. That's amazing. Okay, so what it is today? February 24, District Courtroom number 9. Oh, we were in the middle of the court? God damn it. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Ladasky. I didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Oh, yeah, weird. Okay, the marshal is here. Okay. I remember now. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. As I said, no one answers the question. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know. You're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. The exact is Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth describe that before. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime took place. This is correct. According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? Yeah, this pirate soul is the boundless of the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Oh my god, they're unbearable. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. Oh, no, don't use old English. No. Day of the crime. My job was to keep a very eye on the born urchin. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was a street-side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. Tips my hat. I could say I particularly care for your attitude. I can say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like... 2 security systems? Like... Fingerprint and the door. What's the second one? And then the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yeah, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks on the evidence lock? Fingerprint-activated locks? What kind of newfangled hikers are those? He's not being very helpful. He's not that good with machines or is following orders. Everyone got their weakness now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? What the fuck? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. White. He's all yours. I don't want him. You can keep him. Damn the crime. Okay. Keep a very eye on the bone. What? Exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room so still. Even time days in there. I was just a caretaker who interrupted the recordings. You interred them. Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape. If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase the tape, it felt like I was erasing part of my life. This guy has a flair for dramatics, but it isn't going to do you good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. Supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but they ain't my stuff, so what for you? But you make your rounds on the day of the crime, right? And you heard a word I say, partner. I told you that ain't my style. Oh, I'm afraid I don't trust. No, Desperado, I know less rules get in his way. Well, Desperados, I know joined the police force. So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime. Just between you and me, I didn't set a foot in the evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in the crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired? I'm protected by 2 security systems anyway. I asked him about that. Yeah. Used to be a detective. So you used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course, back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism. Sorry, partner, I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how the bike works. That's quite, incredible. No, my system does that every 8 hours on their own. I mean, he needs a job, yeah. And you know, they are probably like, oh, we should keep him around. What work should we give him? Let him erase the tapes every 6 hours. The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. I mean, job positions. I mean, okay, why not? It's well known that some detectives aren't aware of their presence. Then they're quite stupid. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gamshoe said something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem that is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? Right, it was the street side saloon at the time it went down. It was a train man. What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. Not even angel steak lunches can be the parlors. One girl, Sipiatas. What? Do you mean to tell us? You abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson. Strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says. Did you not want to race this year? Wow. It's probably means if you are out of that next time to hit. Hi, hello, Yomo. Hi, welcome. Hi, hello. You don't. Hope holidays treat you well. Just insane. But you're not a traveler. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall. That's right, Murner. Or as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Really, yes, Rios don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I tear up and... Like, Merry Christmas, thank you! Merry Christmas to you too, and happy holidays. Was Jor kills off 3 years. Crime, serial murder, sentence death. Kirby, Jeff. Neil Marshall! It's almost Christmas, miss. that it wasn't Christmas. Yee. Neil Marshall. Wait, so it persecuted by such were witness land sky and the sky. I think I missed this one the last. Gallant land sky, hand investigator, Bruce Goodman, Jake Marshall, Neil Marshall. You're the room on the bottom. I said I was supposed to make rounds, in my style. Besides the room protected by 2 security systems, staying away. It was a street. Are you sure about that? I say as I get taken away. And the judge is like, order, order. Why? So we need to prove that he was in the room. So the room protected by the security systems. The state I was supposed to make rounds 4 times a day, but in my style, my job was to carry around the bone. Style says the room protected by the security systems. Anyway, if I remember right, I was a street side saloon town. An innocent traveling man. The tape. You think so? You think so? Hey, Walter! Thank you! Thank you! You too! Have a wonderful day. Yeah, Marshall. It shows him opening his lock. Oh, I don't remember if it said that it's his lock. No. Nah. See? Nah. This is a traveling man. I remember I street saloon. By the way, does it mean like how do I explain that? Does it matter on which I think it is. So the product anyway, they said I was supposed to make rounds. Style. Right, it was. Is it because I chose the wrong one? Okay, no. Nah. Okay, let's try. Nah. 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 Street saloon. Did you squeeze him dry of info? I mean, I asked like every point he said. Dying, spaghetti, yeah. Says, Trail. Yeah, I asked every. Detective serial gold mine. Of course, didn't know about the fingerprint looking mechanism or partner, good machines. Yeah, yada, yada, yada. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I'd best keep my cool. Before I use it though, I'd better... What exactly do you keep eye on evidence room? Just make sure not to remove the security camera. Deal. Okay, maybe we should... Okay, stop. Is this? Fuck, ow. Meh. That's why you shouldn't... That's why you probably shouldn't end the case in the middle of the board. Supposed to make rounds. To replace the evidence from Has the room protected the security system anyway. Okay, let me try this last thing. Oh! Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called on to testify like this. Oh, because it was his fingerprints. I remember now. Okay, I remember now. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yeah, you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, Burner. Yeah, I remember now, like the smudged fingerprints. It's quite simple. He left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint. Listen, real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects to that is make my rounds, but once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there. Nah. Nah. I guess his brain, it was not ready. Come on! I needed to remember, like, when it was the last stream? A week ago? I needed to, like, brain the brain. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, the fingerprints were covered in blood. Witness, what is the meaning of this? Your bloodstained fingerprints were at the crime scene. Oh, he's gonna say it's because of a cactus. The blood was wiped away. However, a luminal test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall, he's gonna say it's from the cactus. It seems to me there's any person in this room with a head on his shoulders. Head and shoulders, that's the shampoo. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall. About the blood-stained fingerprints? Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. On to the scene of the crime. Do I need to save? I think I need to. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. How didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it. Nah. Witness explanation appears valid, although there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be found without any doubt, partner. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something, I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. Haha. That's it. Okay, can you wait a second? I want to save. Because I don't have any lives left. I wasted all. I mean, I'm just playing a hardcore mode, you know. One mistake and you're dead. I live on the edge. I'm not sure if I'm going to be in the evidence room. It just happened to be at the same place as was seen. The mirror touched the locker when my finger was by chance. Fair, yeah. The blood stain, the fingerprints are completely... Ah. Well. I mean, there's no... You're playing like any other Ace Attorney player. Like it was intended, you know? Playing like it was intended. That one there would be an evidence room. One of them just happened to be the same place as the same friend. Plus things, the finger were completely... IDs, across fingerprints, evidence from the past, of written document, scene of the stat day, tagged evidence. Blood stain and fingerprints are completely unrelated. Completely unrelated. The beauty room. Blood stain and fingerprints are completely unrelated. This is not how it works. This is not how it works. Together, almost unlock and you can land. Maybe. I mean. No. The handprint was found where? Maybe I should ask. Like I said. That's because you, how did you put it? Pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. Okay, I was supposed to. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from the locker programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all the time without even knowing it. Partial fingerprints updated. Just happened to be the same place. And the murder touched the locker. Why would the murder touch the locker? The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a murder fingerprint. You wanna know why? The blood stain and the finger are completely unrelated. But did you know the murder was wearing... How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a blood stain at the scene, though, to be left by the murder. That's right. It was found on Detective's gumshoe locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that hand. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint. As the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? Picture? The seal of blood. And the desert is just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. Security. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can say other, boys.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Mr. Marshall.
But it wasn't me that on video. You know the murder was wearing glass. That it wasn't me on that. I mean, we don't know. I don't trust myself. It wasn't me. I mean, how can you say, oh, that's not me, when you like... When he... Yeah. The footage, look at the camera. We already watched it. We already watched it. Video. You know the murder was very off. No, but look at the camera. I mean, we already did. And we know that the light was on and that the thing appeared. Like the claws appeared, the end. Pay attention to the lockers on the right. You mean on the left? I like how the flag just cowers like just right. Japan Fallen sure has a lot of murders. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I see that's like, but it, like, it doesn't matter. He doesn't like decide. The blood stain and the fingerprints are completely unrelated. Wasn't the fingerprint on the locker with the claws? Yeah, but it has nothing like. Open. Completely unrelated. You know the murder was wearing gloves. It's his locker. I know that it's his locker, but how am I supposed to like present? See? So, question. Does it matter which replica I choose? Not replica, which text I choose? Does it matter? Does it matter? Or I can object like to any of the sections. I happen to be the same place. Like I said, sunlight from my fingers being the evidence. Happen to be the same time as the blood stain. Yes, it does. Okay. The more that might. Last time you are completely unrelated. Again, you know the murder was wearing gloves. It wasn't me that did the right partner. Matters. Okay. You know the murder was wearing gloves. Blood stain. Last time. What do you mean by that? You want to tell me that this crime is in the right corner? If so, the video is the only direct evidence you have. But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots? Places you can't see. This man is drinking in the core. Yes, it's water because you know he's a cowboy and it's like in the desert. So yeah, it's water. Haha, yawner is water. The camera panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. Someone was familiar with the camera position. Don't leave the room without being caught on tape. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in the video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now.
So I wasn't supposed to present it. I was supposed to, like, press on him. Okay. Very well. Allow me to point out the mistake, Mr. Marshall. Read carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake. Edgeworth is strangely supporting on this one, huh?
Now then, let's have another look at the video. Shows incriminating evidence of it.
Worst CCTV placement ever. Okay, fast. My god, who thought it was a good idea? Like, enter is fast forward, pause is backspace. What the hell? The music is like so not. I feel with this footage, I feel like the teacher from Incredibles when like the son was cheating on the test. And the teacher was like, "Hey, look at this smear frame. It's a attorney tip. Press everything." And now, bringing our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake, I'm afraid. You'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall.
The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less?
You're fucked. Here, 2 words. Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video.
Exactly 8 words. The bed burner.
The key lies in the certain lockers shown in the video. He said it like he was in the locker. He said it like Marshall was in the locker himself. But you are present on the video. You are behind the locker or in the locker. Oh, it's Christmas in the Animal Crossing. Or was it? What is it? Toy Day? That's that locker with the
locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witness, I believe.
Oh, then let's rewind the video a bit. I mean, yeah, this CCTV placement is the like not the top corner of the room. Damn.
Oh, the white cloth is gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. That's the only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Ooh. Wow, he's fast. He's fast. Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. What if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. Yeah, but that. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. As everyone's staring at me like I'm a wanted man. You're a wanted man, but not in the way you think you are. This guy isn't just plain dumb. He really doesn't know. I had to rain on your parade? you're the only person who can open that particular locker. I like that phrase. I think I will. I need to remember that one. Not to rain on your parade. Not to rain on your parade. Oh yeah, I call you bluff. Yes, I opened that locker. Now prove it. I can't save! Oh no. Ah. Fingerprints. We talked about this earlier today. Lockers can only be opened by the detective they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Well, Detective Gamshu did mention something about this. In any case, the looks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? Oh. What is he chewing on? What is this? Oh. Oh. Order! Witness, explain yourself! If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you there's no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What is he chewing on? What is this? Tobacco. Ah! Wait, what? It's not that stretchy. What the fuck? Ole! Please answer the question. What is he now? A bullfire? Ole! Sometimes I forget the freakouts. Yeah, the freak. I love freakouts. Jerky, maybe. That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can? Have a look at those floor plans. It's a bag of it. Maybe. Did they ever, place tobacco in a... I think it was in a metal boxes. No? I mean, maybe cowboys. Yeah, doesn't matter. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Mickens didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where was the witness? It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. I do? That's right, the only possible conclusion. He hid in the locker? Don't tell me he hid in the locker. Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? In the fucking locker. Like it's just pressed into the cube. Wait, killer and victim, right? V is a... Oh, oh, fucking hell. But that's where Detective Goodman was. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up as the Detective Goodman. Yeah. Oh, he's in the front of the other. But that preposterous Officer Mickens witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. No, he's not. He doesn't know how he looks. I point out, though, the Officer Mickens didn't know Detective Goodman also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. Sorry. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his skirt, sir. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond? He silently pulled a knife on me. And about the officer's story puzzled me. The man had his ID card. Why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on an ID card. Alright. Oh, he could have it, but he couldn't show it.
Okay, I get it.
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Mickens, I realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall?
You've got quite an imagination, partner.
You got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Well, what a word. Wow. Wait. Can I see Detective Good in quotes Detective Goodman one more time? Wow, he okay. The CCTV footage made him white as hell, okay. Circumstantial evidence. Still denying it.
You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. I can say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
Stop with the beard!
Well, Mr. Roy, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim?
Well, I don't have anything like that.
I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert hit.
This can't be happening. So obvious he's the one. I do. What? Looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. What? I'll pass into you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. The basics? For me, that would be me, used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside of the box. Wow, what a great advice. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. Rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he wasn't in disguise. Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did this by the chance it might discover later, as it has been. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to defense argument, Officer Jack Marshall dressed up as a Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then after the crime was committed, he opened his locker for some unknown reason.
The fact that the white cloth is sticking out the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth in top.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth?
Ah, you remember Mia McTits. She was so wise. mean, I wish you had more of her than just, oh, believe in yourself, Phoenix. Perhaps the video is the key to all unanswered questions. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot.
Very well. Let's take another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white clothes. This shows why the witness had to open his locker.
What? Why he needed to open his locker? Do, 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 do. How do I rewind? Don't worry, you see her more. No, I don't want to see her like just a ghost. Oh, 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 what's this? Oh, what's this? For some reason, you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman and enter the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet. Yeah. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Mickens burst in on you. I like Officer Mickens. I like voicing him, and I don't know, I like his design. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Mickens panicked. The white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood.
A bloody white coat!
You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the code in your locker. Not bad, partner.
No, then, Officer Marshall.
I don't like you. Nah.
Are you ready to tell us the truth?
Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I mean, if you close the left eye, kinda tilt your head, yeah, he seems happy, yeah. 2 years ago, you were only half as persistent as you are today. We all wouldn't have to be here now would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. Well, right. It seems the time has come. Marshall's confession. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID card and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Mickens to knock him out. And managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught in the camera. So he just like crawled on the floor. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15.
So the supposed victim was really you.
But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of large quantity of blood were found on the floor in the evidence room. No one was murdered. Then how could that be? Officer Mickens managed to cut his own hand. I guess he's a donor. It was way too much blood for such a small donation. I had to do the day I couldn't just stand by and let it die. So I take ID card and dressed like him. I plan to take out the evidence. Okay, let's go. You say it, you mean? Do you even have to ask Werner? Still 9 incident. 2 years have passed since the case was closed. It was nothing to completely end with the transferal that day. Not if I have everything to do with that. That incident, not all. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case was closed, only the case lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, Werner. The case is mine. Oh, it's probably like his father? was the victim on the case. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Because he cares so much about it. Today was my last chance, that's why I... The detective got your card, I was going to plan to take out the... Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security camera.
And the detective's ID card?
I stole that the morning of incident. So that really was why Goodman started filling out the lost item report. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean? I mean, the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprint. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself. You could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. Or they are in the same boat, you know? It was a group decision. For me, I knocked him out. Cute sneeze. Ah! It's not cute. I'm sneezing my brains out. What do you... The cute one is when you do... You know, something like that. Not like... Like you're barking. You pull a knife on Officer Mickens and try to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being on the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time.
Officer Mickens, there is at least 1 in a million type of person. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID.
I'll have to think a little more about his race this year. When did Edgeworth get so much influence? That's a good question. Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up getting him slightly. I already had to do— Ow! Dodge. You should say dodge before you throw the bullet. You know, that's how it works. That's how it works. You say dodge and then you throw the bullet. You know? Dodge. You're right. Boot.
Dodge.
I like the pause, like dodge. The pause. The pause was perfect. Hold it. Dodge. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way. With me knocking him. Ow! Jesus. Dodge. No! With me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife?
Oh, you mean this one?
I don't know what to say.
So you knocked Officer Mickens out and...
Managed to escape, I knew which areas would be caught on camera. Hey, we're gonna ask everyone. You did your research before.
Those who get into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all is gone as planned, no footage would have been left.
LOL.
LOL, indeed. By the way, how do we feel about what's the name? Where is it? Oh, I deleted it. Wait, what is it? What's the game name? What do we think about this seance of Blake Manor? I remember chat telling me when it was released, like on Halloween. And I remembered that I looked into it and I was like, spooky doorway, wait a second. And yeah, it's the same guys that made the Dark Side Detective. So what do we think? Are we playing in January the seance of Blake Manor? Because I played demo a bit and I was like, yes. So we played the seance of Blake Manor. It was interesting. And Spooky Doorway, my respects to the Spooky Doorway. They're also doing like the third part of the Dark Side Detective series, and we still need to play the second one. I already got it for like a year now. Ugh. However, you bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Mickens. It's so strange when it's so strange when Edgeworth is helping us. It's like, what? I have no opinion. I'm here for the Ace Attorney, lol. I mean, fair. I mean, Ace Attorney is like continuing on this. It's interesting. I like it. So it's a long-lived series, I suppose. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Mickens doing during that time? Where else? He was sleeping like a baby. Same. Damn.
So what are you saying is on that day?
But if you didn't know, it's also a detective game. Maybe you will be interested. Why not? Maybe something new. I know. The room murder of his room. The second game is better, I suppose. But we need to finish this one, and then new year, new game. Okay? Okay. Second game. But the blood was found at a scene certainly indicates a crime took place.
What are you, blind? The victim shown on the tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner.
So you stole the evidence from the locker?
Actually, no, I didn't.
Why not?
When I opened the lock, the evidence was already gone.
What?
Mr. Edgeworth, where's the evidence?
Still missing you.
Ooh. I hate this shirt.
Wait, you don't like my culture? The circus? Wow. Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing?
Fair away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer.
Why did you do this? Stealing detective's ID during a police officer? There's not small offense. Moreover, you are an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. You can't just be forgiven with a simple cut and salary. Not that salary cuts are even a valid solution. Like I said, this isn't your case, this one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. Yes. I see. I see how it is. I see how it is.
The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more.
And just forget his answer. You know why? Wow, this one is a talker. But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? Yeah, and they killed the innocent.
That's the reason the evidence was shown to the evidence room.
Joe Drake was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence.
I remember the Joe Dirk's case. It involved serial murders, didn't it?
I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there is something that still bothers me. Something went down at the trial. Something no one will talk about.
What happened?
I don't know, but I'm trying to find out. I'm just concerned with that incident. Because there is a Marshall name in the case. I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I feel like we wind up sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that. I better take another look at it. One day I can just stand by and let it die. I still detective idea that is like, yeah. Mission escape. There was a murder. You know why? I know why. I know why. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the CL9 incident.
Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner.
What? I have a CL9 incident files here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. It's a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard that name. 2 years ago. Aww.
He received the same dossier prosecutor award you got.
Oh, so it wasn't him?
What? A prosecutor?
We're talking about the King of Prosecutors Award. Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh, so like a brother? He handled the CL9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands.
But what his relation to you?
He was my brother. Wow! He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, the then deputy chief of the police. Oh, so it was his Oh! The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. What the fuck? What the fuck in the Hannibal shit is this? Bill Mickelson? What? What? Joy, my brother fought Darky and was killed. That was the first time Dirk left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned and arranged and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public records.
What do you mean?
My brother couldn't have been killed by Joy Dirk. I know my brother better. No one could beat him in a fight. And that's it. That's your reason for your insane actions. There's more to my brother's death than the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can fool. Wow.
Well, at least one thing for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
That was the last day of CL9. Case could be reopened. Satisfied with the resolution of some Marshall plan to steal the evidence. Discussing himself, look, they're working together! It's a Christmas miracle! It's a Christmas miracle! They working together! Fun fact, Argus, you're only about halfway the case. I figured that out because of course they wouldn't make a DLC in a like length of a like it's actually like a full-on a game, a separate game, no? With only one case, you know, kinda. So they wouldn't make it just 30 minutes DLC. I mean, at the time, probably. Like right now, they would probably make a 30 minutes DLC, but for game in this case is almost as long as the whole game. I mean, makes sense because it's an extra. It's like, you know, I don't know. But for 13 hours of playthrough. See, this is how you need to make extra content. This is how you make it. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. I think you probably can play it faster if you don't, like, read it out loud, you know? The stuff. Officer Mickens confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The thing that happened by chance in our case amazed. At exactly the same time as the murder of the prosecutor's office. This fake murder was going on at the police department. Chance? It's got to be more than that.
So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one.
I really want to get to the fun prosecutors. Patience. Rome wasn't built in one day. Ace Attorney 2 wasn't released after the first immediately, so the playthrough was silent except game audio. Yeah. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. Edgeworth, we're not discussing that. But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. Girls are fighting! Seems to me that's why I got a drone your burner. Well, the mysteries at the police department has been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky. And the testimony is one of Miss Angel Star's completely incontested. You have a response. Make it a single word or less. Bitch. Ugh. I rest my case.
It seems this trial has reached this conclusion. There's no room for doubt.
Well done, Mr. Thank you. I didn't need to waste my time. She's prone to that alleged murder at the police department. I mean, you will still get your ass kicked by the higher-ups because you're kinda... Not gonna say. Because he's kinda in charge of the police department for some reason, so... Well, yeah. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. Apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake. I didn't realize. It would end up proving Lana's guilty. It doesn't?
Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
What? How is that? Your Honor, wait! Emma, the defense has an objection, a scientific objection, right? What do you mean, right?
Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian?
Your Honor? Yes? Please, Your Honor, I'm asking the minute of your time. Dark background moment. What if the alleged murder was actually real? Please hear me out. I mean, anything can be real. Mr. Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave and you lose out. You want a minute? I'll give you free. Edgeworth is taking kids in a divorce? We will meet with kids once a month in a McDonald's. And I will try to, like, bond with them, but Edgeworth already told them that I'm a bad person and we will never bond. Hey, I was kind of in shock. I mean, find out the Still Not incident referred to the Joe Dark killings. Now that she mentions it, names of both Guy's sisters weren't that hot. That's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. But I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. Left only one thing. The other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found at the Detective Gumshoe look?
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
Oh, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'll be sure to find a clue. So I ran over here and looked at it again. Did you find something? No. Huh? Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all. Is that all? Please don't be mad. Just a high school student. I'm just an attorney. But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. We can find something wrong with them. Please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you. Me?
Oh boy. Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright. Disregard to the incident at the police department. Does any resemble doubt remain?
It appears the defense is troubled by the other bullet. Looking at the floor plans, an handprint was discovered around there. Is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, I can't be more use. But still, if you can find anything wrong with that landmark, then I will be.
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day.
Yes, Your Honor. I needed to concentrate this now. What could be wrong with the handprint of the Detective Gumshoe's lock? There be something I'm missing? There is no problem. Objection! The handprint left at the crime scene. Clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright.
You've been staring pretty intensely at the floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them?
Yeah, this is strange. Take a good look at those floor plans. Blue better. I mean, yeah, it has a... Does it mean that? It is the... Something is missing. Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on? Yeah, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. Worth's face.
That's great. The defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright.
All this evidence here. There's got to be something I can use.
The question is, which item can be thrown missing in the floor plans?
What about a piece of live wood? A blue badger. Mascot of police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans at the crime scene. The blue badger is not here.
So
what was what happens when we put him in? Is this where he was dancing at the time of the crime? Well,
what?
Aha! That's right. So long as the blue badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at the spot at the locker. Yeah. Yeah. Man, the freak out animations are so good.
So that means, just exactly what does that mean?
It means it can be done.
What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker.
Don't look at me, I didn't put it there. It's alright. Think it for scientifically. Emma? On that afternoon, Officer Mickens was the one who brought the blue badger to evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on the locker. So that means this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in.
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched bold rush in my courtroom.
May sound far-fetched, Your Honor. It's the only explanation. On February 21st, the police department's evidence room. Blood was spilled not once, but twice. How? One time was captured on this tape taken by the security camera. Officer Mickens cut his hand from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is, the other time. Like, Blue Badger, he's not a defendant of, he's not a defendant, he's not a symbol of truth and evidence. He's also, I was right, the Blue Badger is also guilty. Blue Badger is a defendant of guilty, you know? Blue Badger is a criminal. Big words for this judge, yeah. Someone bled prior to struggling shown this tape. It have to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. Well then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred. Okay. Just to be... When did the first incident occur?
To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Mickens being caught by Jack Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, and that the incident took place in the evidence room.
That's right. The blood mark on the locker proved this.
Very well, then tell us. When did the first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be present. presented.
Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that.
Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What shows that the first crime took place?
When the... I mean, probably this, right? Me. Okay. Mike Mickens. Who's good, man? Mike Mickens. Not Edward. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have to enter. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required.
An ID card? Oh, the ID card record.
Interesting ID number. It is. Man, I actually, like, did you know that, like, not Capcom, but in collaboration with some, I think, smaller company, they, when the Resident Evil Village was released, they, released Lady Dimitrescu crest pin, and there was like 1,000 of them or something, and each of them had a number on the back of it. So I actually has one, and the number is 667. Who is the lucky motherfucker who got 666 on Dimitrescu crest? Oh, got it. Fuck. That would be so awesome if my Dimitrescu crest pin was like 666. Who has it? Who has it? Oh. Like, it was so close. And I think it was like the last one in a shop. So like, I just snatched it and like got to the cashier like, this, you had one job. Okay, 1 second. Breast. I heard breast the first time. No! Not breast. Lady Dimitrescu breast. That would be interesting. Because my roof. Do it like this. Oh my. 1 second. Oh yeah. This one. This one. And yeah. So, if you have 666, please tell me. Officer Mickens brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room and let's
See here, 4:50 p.m. If the crime scene took place before the time that it would be 4:40. Oh. Miles Letchworth, just what have you done?
In this divorce, he took the kids. I took his freedom. That would be the best advertising billboard. It took the Yes, it's the worst I took his freedom. I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. This is innocent, I swear. We know, but it's like, you know, it's a little... We're teasing a little. We're like, you know, I don't know what lawyers do. Maybe that's their foreplay, you know, just accuse you of murder. Just a little to spice things up. No, I'm getting it.
I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from luminal test the blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Mickens and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murder. Lawyers. It would have just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. Well, maybe you're a man of many talents, Mr. Ajwar. Or are you not? Huh? Or are you not?
That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
Let's look at the chart again. Only one other card number remaining. 77777777. Talking about a lucky number.
But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room?
I mean, he could have entered with someone. There's no, like, restriction to, like, entering one at the time. So, since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, must have entered along with the real murder. Because I don't think you're expecting to be killed at a police station, no less. I mean, that's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 77777777.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look at this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 77777777. I don't know Arabic numbers.
That's 17 too many. Fortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of the ID. At least. What?
Explain yourself, son.
The ID number is 77777777 belongs to someone with the rank of captain or higher. Someone who is so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such personal identity. People were killed! Miles? I think they can make a little exception, you know? But that's ridiculous. Just no. I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There is one situation in which can be granted such authority.
If an official charge filed against the executive is accepted.
An official charge? You all alike, aren't you? Is your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Don't shush him! Don't shush him. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask a question. Yes. No, not you. Her. The defendant sitting over here. Your little executive. Lana? Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. She's... Of course, we looked up her ID number, and it's not 7777. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want from us. All I want to know is one thing about that incident.
The CL9 incident?
Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In the trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? That's a good. Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for the trial. At the time, occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. Powerlessness of the law. At least I did. That doesn't sound good. Lana. I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Good fucking morning! Good fucking morning! You understood that really late! Oh, the law! The law system is not what a baby. Good morning! My God!
Defendant, just what are you saying?
Ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. Man, Marshall did more than anyone else. During the trial 2 years ago. Did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look at me, an investigator in the crime, in the eye and say that you did?
Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Why won't you answer him? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. Just the way it is. Argus is on something. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana, even if it involved forging evidence. Whack, 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 womp, womp. See, that's what I'm talking about. No! No!
Order! Order! Order!
Those remarks was such a stir. The chaos in the courtroom could not be quiet. Well, the conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. To be continued. Yeah, forged evidence. My beloved. February 24. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm so sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. Just the way it is. We did what we had to. In order for him to get that verdict he deserved. I didn't know. I never knew that Sale 9 incident was just another name for Joe Dark killings. It was like everyone heard about those killings but me. I don't want Dark convicted so badly. This is like Azumi from Urban Myth Dissolution Center. By the way, if you haven't seen that game, I highly recommend to play it. One of the best games of the of this year, you know. And I also played it. Wink, wink. But yeah, Azumi also was like, I never heard of that. I never heard of this. Maybe they're the same, from the same tree as Phoenix. They don't know anything. Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used. Ow! That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean, what happened? All there in the file. Your Dark's last victim was prosecutor Nell Marshall. He murdered Officer Marshall's brother. Left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what did you have to do with those killings? The night of prosecutors Neil Marshall was murdered, Joy Dark tried to kill me. What? He tried to kill you? Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. Aww. That's sad. Wink, 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 wink. I'm winking with both eyes just to make it clear. So that means you. Yes, I was a witness in the Joe Dark's trial. I didn't see that one coming. Meow, okay. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about the time of the year, too. It was a terrible thunderstorm that day. Unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. Ow! We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Suddenly, a fine man came bursting into the office. Very dark. It seems like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Then Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Marshall's brother. Joe Derek tried to take me hostage, but before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. And what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a ball of lighting flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. I saw that and burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it. Permanent picture. I don't remember the moment when Derek stabbed Mr. Marshall. You weren't able to testify about that. I was only asked about when I was attacked. Must have been while Lana, why she made up the... Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. I forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. So that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. I mean, it's all my fault. Still, it's not really a rumor then, isn't it? Because it's technically the truth. I mean, partially like 50-50, but it's still the truth. Isn't it? It's all my fault. If I could just testify properly, none of this would have happened. Oh, it's true, even though he may not have known. It's Lana's fault. I mean, yeah, but... But he did use the false evidence. And the rumor is like, oh, yeah, he didn't forge it, but he used it. So the rumor was correct in a way. So Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. As he just learned that he was given false evidence. Well, as a prosecutor, he is also responsible. So, after that case ended, Lana was never the same. And like, who can prove that? Who, like, if he was, but I mean, obviously that wouldn't happen like in the game, but if he was asked, there's no way of proving that he didn't know. You know? His word versus our word, like, Oh, I didn't know, like, who can prove that? So, but that's, like, doesn't matter really. After the case, okay, she became cold, like, she's, hey. He just started as a prosecutor. Also, doesn't excuse him, you know. Which makes Lana even more kinda shitty. Because she, how do you say? She didn't betray, how do I say? She set him up, basically. Ugh. I mean, it's somehow easy to prove it. Nah. Nah. Like, if it was real case, nah, you can't prove that he didn't know about that. He must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. What did you see in the instant that crime occurred? Park knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. You know, Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. How convenient. I came to, Lana was cuddling me in her arms. Poor Emma. I've been through so much. Simply hide the fact that you made them up. Yeah. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 3 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. That's why they have psychologists. For that things. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. US government is doing it right now. You can ask anyone from every country, like, does your government does this? And they will say, yeah, they do. You know? I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make the right case. Way Lana would never have to forge any. I see. I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. There's still something that bothers me about that crime. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right? That's right. Why then would your serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor. And also there were no, like, cameras, nothing. Oof. Fortunate, unfortunate. Oh, there's no mystery there. Very dark has been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning, you mean by the police? Of course. How about the police department? Tried to run away half through the interview and fled in my sister's office. But why did you run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective's offices and the questioning rooms are right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator. But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? Oh, silly, didn't I tell you? 3 years ago. Lana was a detective. Why are you telling me only, like, now? She was the best in that entire force. What? That's news to me. After the Joy Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. Lana used to be a detective. I'd better have another talk with her. Yeah. We better. Can you just spill the beans, you know? That would make it much easier. Oh, Lana. You're right. It seems I keep causing you trouble. Also fine. Evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why shouldn't we? Why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the Seal 9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right? Could you fill me on the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. Yeah, I do. You know, a lot of revelations were uncovered in the trial. Not that least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. The trial really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. That trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department. Tell me that's not true, Lana. What's the witness, Miss Starr, said? About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife? Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so faced before. I can't with her. I can't. It's true. I was a member of police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. Chief Gant? He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scene. And Gant was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filled. I'm really idolize your big sister. Now you're a chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was... gain experience investigating crime scenes, so you could use that experience in court, right? And help in the CL9 case was crucial to its resolution. For that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of their 2 years. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? Yes, Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigation. They even have the same office. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Imagine having 2 fucking cowboys in your team. And they're brothers. Like... just imagine, like, having a team of a detective and 2 of them are cowboys. She has her reason to hide stuff since she basically has a gun against her head. You know. But at that time, I'm like... like, what's the difference? She probably will get executed. Either way. Like, if she's guilty, she'll probably get executed. So... what's the point? If it's a spoiler, don't say it. It was the first time Marshall walked with his brother. It was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was serial killer. Asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. He tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. She's not getting executed. Man, justice system in Phoenix Wright Universe is whack. Devin Gann and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. Investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked. He waited until Gann and Marshall let their guards down and fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gallant and myself. That's where he found me. You were the first person to run to the scene, huh? It appears so. I was filling some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. Oh. When I returned in my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies. Prosecutor Marshall and the victim Emma, who had passed out. And the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark has incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. I don't blame her after all her sister must have gone. Just Japan following. Yeah. Weird place, huh? After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the CL9 incident. That's right. Quite a coincidence, huh? I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance. But the case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Mr. Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. And since his brother died, he changed completely. Oh, you think so? Strange. Usually people don't do that. I guess he wasn't convicted with their convinced with their ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of the case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark and the police department, right? I think... Chat... I think we need to, like, investigate the whole police department because there's, like, murders happening in the police department and there's, like, knives lying around for the criminals to grab and just run into the offices. I think we should do something about... Yes, in the office that Damon Gaunt and I shared. The office that Mr. Gaunt now occupies by himself, the chief's office. We should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final CL9 murder. Attorneys and prosecutors have no business showing evidence outside court. It's taboo, especially when the interests of both parties are involved. It really means it. Anna, I mean, you're the one who gave me this, so don't forget about hammers. Hammers? What do you mean? Hammers. Oh, yeah, hammers. Yeah. And, like, basically everything else, like, we need to, like, shut this place down. This is, like, ooh. This is a portal to hell, probably, somewhere under the desk. Maybe even under this guy's desk. There's a portal to hell. Or maybe this one is actually a puppet and there's, like, devil hand and he's, like, a muppet. So, who knows? I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere. He seems kind of quiet around here today. Alright. The chief of detectives seems the same, though. Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to? Right, we can come back here later. Hi, it's me. Oh, howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall. I don't know if things turned out this way when I woke up this morning. Que será? What? Que será? What? Bonus. Is he saying what a day? Okay. Será. Is he saying what a day? Yeah. Oh. What will be, will be. Yes, será. It's also a song. Whatever will be, will be. Okay. Okay. Like, it is what it is, but whatever will be, will be. C'est la vie. You never know where life lead you, huh, Bambina? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must been his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed?
Just toward the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation.
I just realized that he's wearing a police uniform, but he has like cowboy stuff on his sleeves. He's wearing like a custom police.
It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, buddy, you can go in the evidence room today, partner.
Mr. Marshall, why did you do it?
Either prosecutors headed west. If ever here was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one.
Well, return yourself in, Mr. Marshall. You mind telling us exactly what happened?
Looks like I won't be getting a circular today.
Yeah, you won.
Something was fishy about that trail from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detective spots.
He's wearing a poncho over his uniform. Yeah, and the uniform is like custom, so it has like the things on his sleeves. It's kind of funny. What do you mean fishy?
Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon.
A murder weapon? You mean a switchblade knife with a broken tip?
It was Joe Derrick's, alright. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised.
Where's the tip? Question?
The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained.
What does it mean?
Means there's a good chance the knife was not the murder weapon.
I mean, what happened in the police department, I think. Why everyone decided to write to me?
However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possible
has been rigged. The facts have been concealed with forged evidence. Was forging evidence really that necessary? Because they already had him in the office and like like was it necessary to forge evidence if they already invited him to investigate and he fucking ran out of an investigation room? Okay, I think we will know in a due time. That case left behind scars on all of us. Scars that CL9 incident left behind. Why in Japanese games they like to repeat the last sentence so much? That's what I'm thinking. Like, there was a crime scene. The crime scene? Why would you repeat that? Like, I think that's like usually happening in Japanese games, and I wonder, is that some cultural thing? Maybe it's from like theater, well, from literature. Why that happen? What's that? What's the deal with it? You know? I get the looks, but he got the brains. You look the same. You're one of the best prosecutors around. I just met a detective when it went down. They are brothers. This is a bucket. A bucket. It was our first case together. How old was he, your brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded with the highest honor the very day. The highest honor. I mean, the King of prosecutors. I knew. What are you looking at me like that for? As an honor for a prosecutor. Yeah, but maybe at the time it was cool, but cringe now for it. The Marshal must have really been close with his brother. Oh, you think so? He literally broke the law for, like, yeah, The day the CL9 incident took place, it wasn't the same day as... That's right, it was the day of the evidence transfer. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. There's something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in this investigation save one was taken care of. Mr. was fired and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? Hey, if they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. Now they were careful enough not to be obvious. Hey, what are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I'm in Demon-Gun and Lana Sky. Investigation lead, Demon-Gun, and he's second in command, Lana Sky. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah, Demon-Gun, the new chief of the police, arranged for that to happen. It's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective. Not that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me what happened to my sister! They were bumping up, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. Lana's secret? It started years ago.
So, there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner?
Certainly enlightening.
One thing for sure found out in the court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. Someone else was the one who gave him the evidence and planned everything. Someone who's dumb and God. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't believe in myself, probably. Too bad I won't be around to work with you.
You became a
Real scientific investigator. Det är ett bombinne.
Aw. What's here today? Not even Miss Star. Oh. He's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. Must be where detectives are. They proved in court today that on the day of the crime, one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. Instead, it looks like we just end up making Lana look even more guilty. Get in there, Lana. Got to find all answers by tomorrow. Eh. Mr. Edgeworth isn't here. Of course, where else? Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee. Took a real beating in court today. Which was satisfying to watch, not gonna lie. Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsified evidence 2 years ago. Guess we'll just have to come back later. Beep, 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 beep. This place is also pretty empty, but today it's deserted. Must mean everyone busy solving crimes.
Or if you're looking for the others, they're on the conference room.
Thanks. Oh, she's actually talked to us.
The chief prosecutor said what she did and the decision about what to do. About Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media and tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together.
I think festive is the word usually used for those. Sir, I'd like to have a look around Chief Gunn's office.
Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor.
Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers.
Hey, you're right, you can't go in there. It's off limits.
Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to Chief's office. Chief's office. What the fuck is that? What? What the fuck? Whoa, where am I? The chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. What the fuck is wrong with this country? I swear to God. They used to call me a little Miss Bach. Did Bach play on organ or on a piano? I never could remember where C was. Oh, fuck.
Oh, I see you too.
Chief Gunn! Put the paper he was reading on the desk.
So, Righto, have you been swimming lately?
He's the meme with like people with blue eyes when there's like a guy with arms crossed and like staring at you with blue eyes. He's the same thing. No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. Oh, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there. That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. We took it to commemorate our work together. I'm not right with this picture. What the fuck? What? Ooh. Okay, first of all, the ways. Second of all, what the fuck is this? I can't quite seem to put in my finger in it. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Oh, but this office was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has long been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, would like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Jeez. It's like we aren't welcome. Seems that the case isn't over with yet, after all. What do you mean? You've gone denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? Got to be a way we can get inside the chief's office. Hey, Paul. Take the gumshoe! Aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm just taking a briefer, my sweetheart. From sitting so long? Actually, from serving everyone coffee. I was like a detective gumshoe still out of the loop. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No, why do you ask? He's on the fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. Kinda fair, but it's almost like the battles between you two in court. That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world out of his blood. Yikes. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? Not like he knew the evidence was forged. Honest Guy is the guilty party here, isn't he? Oh. Regardless, as the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that. But as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor kept him safe from those who don't like him. Now with this, there are really so many people who hate him. I wonder why. Maybe because of his great personality. In our world, only those with talents rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know for making enemies. Hey, Dick, keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Hey, Dick. Let's get out for lunch again sometime, my treat. Yes, sir. You're gonna take me back to that joint sometimes, okay, Dick? Yes, sir. Seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Gumshoe is like the only person who cares about Edgeworth, I swear. And all the pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might back. Nah. Actually, I took a look at the files earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems generally concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find anything? The only evidence Derek left behind was during his final attack. Final attack? You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall who was trying to protect some girl? Like, right? Are we gonna discuss that right in front of her? Yeah. Gumshoe is best. He is. Yes. Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he led the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? Let's see. I think it has something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forgot. Look, it's all written somewhere in there, okay? Powers of recollection now felt on press. Not best detective though, but he's... At least he has empathy and he is trying. I'll give him that. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. Might jog his memory. No, not gonna say. About this. The doc attached to it was the label Seal 9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since the case was closed, the knife's been locked away in a locker. The Detective Goodman was murdered, they suddenly disappeared from the locker. And it was found in Mr. Edgeworth's cuff muffler. That's it. Now remember what was that incriminating piece of evidence was? When you showed me the knife, it all came back to me. Oh, what is it, Detective? Quick, before we forget again. George Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. What made him take us to serial killing? Phoenix. To be a big businessman, you're kinda need to be capable of serial killing. You know, just capable of them. One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. It's his car? So, it was an accident? An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal. Oh, he got imprinted. Oh, how they call it? Imprinting? When something happened and they try to recreate the same scenario over and over and over again. An animal.
He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the crime. A kid walked by just then, so he killed him too. Then when he was burying the bodies, a jogger came up on the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in.
What? He was a pretty careless animal.
Oh, of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence.
He turned himself in.
The car probably had marks or like...
What?
So he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered the final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Derek was arrested on the spot.
What? Then why forge the evidence? Okay.
It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed.
Last witness. A.K. Amma. This knife was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. He traced it back to the store he bought it at, plus it has his fingerprints on it too. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. I have to take a good look at that. Yeah, well, anyway, take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carried inside his own body. It was found deep inside a stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet! Down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the Chief. His office is a crime scene, right? Where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The Chief's out now, and his office is locked, but I'd like to have a look around it. That's okay. Well, any detective ID card can unlock the door. What? Really? But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? Was Detective Goodman? That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Oh. In other words, gumshoe is the only chance of getting the office. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. We love your blue badger panel. This guy almost made us lose the case today. What are you talking about? He was a guard of the blood stain on the evidence locker with his life. That's more than you can say about the most officer nowadays. It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well. I have to admit he's right. With the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15. What we can show him to change his mind? This? Your little device. Okay, if you have a clue. Ah! Why is it the same button? Okay. About the door. I think I've seen it somewhere. Well, maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. This might be the most informative detective I've ever met. Something about that makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief office. He's yelling at me. You can't. Where could I have seen that? In his office. See? Okay. Show him something that will make him. I don't think we have. Or do. Hey, that's it. That's the Kill Prosecutor's Award that Mr. Edward got the other day. You're the worst ceremony detective gumshoe? Oh, congratulations. I was wondering why is that word? I don't know you. Patient. I think people are giving human justice. You're looking at the case for Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose. The plan was pretty clear with her confession. To forge evidence in order to prove Joe Dark's guilty. Hyper. Thorny prosecutors, blah blah blah. I don't want to say anything, blah 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 blah. It's a taboo, but she showed me the case file. Huh. Interesting. God. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is! Looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Off day in court, huh? Phoenix. Tough day, huh? Is there anything extra in Gumshoe Talk tab? No, I don't think there is. Huh. I've had to live the past 2 years without rumors flying around. And another allegation to me. Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So what do you want? Like some people I don't have all day. Jeez. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do to erase it. You didn't know, did you? I mean, the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility to the prosecutors in charge. The fact remains the same no matter what excuses I have. Yeah. You're Edgeworth. I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Edgeworth can take this kind of emotion. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year trial, now this seems all you do is worry about me. Who's gonna tell him? Does he know? Be honest, you're getting on my nerves. Nah, okay. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out trial. Tomorrow is the last day, it's too late to change prosecutors. Oh, but that's what my superiors are thinking. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence, it seems to show. Most lists run twice as long. Only half as long as most lists? That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered.
You're too short, guys!
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I might not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind. Hey, we just saw a picture taken around the time. That picture. Something seems strange about it. Okay, let's show him so we won't forget. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gunn's office. Huh? Wait a second. The word has a sword on it, and the tip is broken. What the fuck? Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for him. Just imagine you're in the court and the prosecutor is a fucking cowboy. I'm done. We are not winning this. No, oh no. We're not winning this. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes. The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours. Yeah, you're right. I remember now. Remember what? It was what the office prosecutor trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design. A story? Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. That's interesting. Do you mind telling it to us? Simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the word based on. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered. For participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend. Because you were awarded this? Also receiving awards, can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up in the office that morning, then drove over to the police department. Finished up at the office. It was just lots of dance, lyrical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office. That is until I was asked to take something. Something back. This. Yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold into this, didn't he? Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. Oh, so Gant kinda used him as a mule. Right? So, Gant, my theory. Don't prove me right or wrong. My theory now is kinda the same, that Goodman was killed, then he was stuffed in Miles' car, and that made him and used him as a mule to move the body from the asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. I came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to. That's right. The word originates from the ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with two characters. First means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard the story? Me? Sure, everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for Emma's sake? Very well. He knows. Wow. Long ago in the kingdom of Shu, there was an arms merchant. One day he preserved the king with two items. First was a halberd he claimed could slash through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other. Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard the story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of those items discredited them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and the broken knife symbolize... Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. Oh, so it's intentional. Well, that's not a good design. Ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. It's one nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if the result is something as ugly as this. Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. that's so? Then why were you only given a shield? I'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the word abolished. Chief Gant. Wait a second. Who the fuck fires fireworks at 12 p.m.? Who the fuck fires fireworks at the broad light? And I wanted to go out, like, I wanted to go to the shop. But now I'm scared. As I said, I avoid teenagers with the firecrackers at all costs. They like to party near houses and near playgrounds. That's their favorite place to party. You catch my drift. So yeah, I'm actually like circling around those places so I don't need to meet them, because I mean, no one in the right mind will do that. And sometimes teenagers like to throw firecracks. What they called? Like it's not a firework, but it's like small. And they throw that under your feet to startle you, but it actually can harm you. I don't like this time of year because of those fucks. And there's like two fireworks shop at the same street. What the fuck? More time for solving crimes. I need to like buy a lottery ticket because my family asked me. Because when I will go to another realm to meet my family, as every human does, they asked me to buy a lottery ticket. It's a little tradition we have, like every new year, to buy a lottery ticket. And I am asked to do that because they say I have a lucky hand. Because for some reason I choose when you buy one, they offer you like a bunch of them and you can pick which ones you want. And they said like I vaguely remember from the childhood when we were walking around and when we bought from like small shops lottery tickets, and I remember that every time they took me with them because I was pulling the lucky ones. It's not like there was a big sums of money, but they were but there was something, so yeah. They asked me to do that. Like at least to get the sum of the price of the ticket. Ow! Come on, that's a nice story. That's a nice Christmas story. Ow! Excuse me. Oh, she's back. Either you care for a 1/4 pound of roast beef? You star. I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who stuck the cow's nipple to discover milk.
I don't think that's how it works.
Lady, I don't think that's how it was. I don't think that's how it was. I don't think that's how it worked. Still, I never thought you'd go digging up the case from 2 years ago. She's oddly sexy for what she's doing. Hey, hey, hey. Who said lunch ladies can't be sexy? Everyone in this trial was involved in the CL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was. Due to court transferal, this can't be attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, the little scene I happened to witness? Instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when... Mr. Hater towards Lana. It's all dates back to 2 years ago. I mean, can you blame her? Really? Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for a half year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were stammier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall. Oh, as I've been going for how? You mean because of his brother's death? No, he's just like that. You know, seasonal depression. And... They were close, those two. I mean, if I had a brother who looked like me and we both were into cowboy stuff, yeah, that would be that. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her, Lana Sky, my sister. Most of the best were put on the CL9 case. Of course, they were laid by the legendary duo, Lana and Chief Gant. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was very obvious his evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. We don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. And Lana Sky transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. I always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used. Come on, Gan and Lana Sky. Gant led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kind of cases together, didn't they? Hammond's gun magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism. By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. Oh, so that's probably not the first time they forged an evidence. Oof. It produced the most incredible evidence in the case he handled. Incredible evidence. I mean... Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though. Take it, she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yeah, myself included. Was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Dr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock.
What is she doing to my accent? She's doing something to my accent, I swear.
That's what makes it all more frustrating. Star. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that?
Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she?
Yeah, thanks to Chief Gan's powerful influence. Chief. That's right. Having solved the Seal 9 case, his position as a chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control. And no one could stand in the way. The prosecutor's office.
What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred?
If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along.
But how could he control Lana?
I don't know, but one thing for sure. Ever since the case ended, she never been the same. It's only logical to conclude. There must have been a reason for her change.
At last. I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Star.
Listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chief than I've been.
Aww.
I don't have anything else to tell you. Star. The only thing I can give you now is a poppy seed side rice set.
About cheap.
Get this and maybe you'll be able to tell black from white in court tomorrow.
Wow. Oh, you're back! You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of those files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm just a regular DJ. You're DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey.
Oh, that.
I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer is still no. I'm not letting you in the chief office period. It'd be my neck on the line.
This is the last crime scene of the Seal 9 incident.
I have to take a look in there.
There's got to be something we can do to make Detective Chief mind.
Okay. Picture. Okay, I think I showed. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, I got it. I got it. I'm stupid. Stop. Stop. Right. I'm the prosecutor of this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over the cup. Please! Oh, Buzzity, just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. George just told you no in a very stylish manner. Which side are you on, anyway? If I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of it. Right. I mean, why? Still not gonna talk? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Detective. Okay. Same. Why? That's ID card records, isn't it? Yes, there's only one number left to investigate. At 4:20. The victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an exquisite officer number. 7777777. That's 17 too many then. An exquisite officer. I just might have a hunch. Ah. Do I need to ask someone about the number? I don't have anything else. Okay, let's. Okay, y'all last chance. I give you last chance. Oh. That was a mistake. The day of the crime. Chief Gant asked me to do something. Take evidence from case of 6 months ago. Okay, yeah. Have a locker in there as well. You can ask anything missed when you were in the evidence room. That room was dark and I was in a hurry. I didn't say anything out of ordinary. Okay, okay. Jeez. The day. Drink at the apartment. Man, sometimes he does things that don't make any sense. This is better than being incompetent and doing things that don't make sense. Sure, a detective comes to mind. Wow, this extra case is just gumshoe slender. Beep, beep. Another device. Ask that. Files. For Edgeworth. Yeah. Very little advice, of course. I can't believe Officer Marshall would do something like that. You know, Officer Marshall? Of course I do. He was like a mentor to me. Oh, that makes a lot of sense now. It explains a lot. When I first started out, he even gave me a small cactus. Aww. Really? He's a big she'll listen to all your troubles. Not to self, Detective Gumshoe talks to a cactus. Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now. Someone out of great places with him. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Open. Besides, there's no reason for the murder to touch his own locker. Hey, wasn't your locker the one with the blood on it, Detective? The handprint of the real murderer's gloved hand. Well, then your fingerprints. If they come to arrest me, you defend me, won't you? If that happens, I think you'll do better pleading with Edgeworth. Eesh. Oh, last item report, huh? Very impressive, Detective. You know what? It was right off the bat. Oh, I'm master of misplacement, you know? Master, that has a cool ring to it. The way I see it, if things are meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work. High power. I shouldn't let Emma hold any evidence. Hey, that's power used for detecting fingerprints. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth gave it to us.
He did what? All I have is some flour.
You okay, Detective?
Quick, run!
If it's any help, one time I took a nap on a bench with a wet paint. I might not come for it. Okay. Working, muffler. Great! Yeah, get a persecutor. Yeah. Same. Oh yeah, everyone knows that. There was this dragon. Yeah, that's it. A dragon. It had a thing for shields. That's not exactly the version we heard. No, but this one sounds more exciting. Anyway, it gets kind of gory after that. I'll spare you details. This ID card belongs to the victim, Detective Bruce Goodman. You can do just about anything this dish with a card and a secret number. Scary. Probably scary because you keep dropping your card, Detective Gumshoe. I forget my secret number. But I'm scared of it. But I'm me after all. What could be wrong with that? I think I'll stay out of this conversation. Why are you breathing so heavily? Jeez. What? Prosecutor's office. It. Maybe if I show him that. Come in the back. Lamb. What? Is that so bad? Like, to discuss a jar with me? What is wrong? Somewhere. You know, it wouldn't hurt if you put this up somewhere, like on a shelf. That's no meaning for me anymore. What do you mean anymore? Who I was last year. What good is to dwell on the past? He's asking me? Ah, why can't he just accept it graciously? Actually, has nothing been troubling me about this shield? Look, do you notice anything different? Different? Yeah, don't you remember the other shield in the court record? Guess I'd better present the other. What? Other shield? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What? What are you talking about? You mean the photo? But I already showed that. Show him that. Could I move to the right of this? You need to get Edgeworth's wall of paper. Oh my fucking god. Are you serious? Are you fucking kidding me? I wonder what he was writing before. Ow! Come on, Mr. Wright, let's take a look. You're crazy as well for sitting right there. Just distract him, I'll check it out. Hey, Edward. Is that a detective shoe out the window? Got shoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on, first let me see what the girl doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look. What? Letter of... You're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, didn't mean... I'm tired. I feel as if something inside me has died. But, Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been just one. I can forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Oh, I think he is serious. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. Ah, and now we go to the oh, we're gonna play on Gumshoe's feelings. No, we're gonna play on his feelings, really? Ah. Due to recent events, I hurriedly announced my resignation as a public prosecutor. A really wrote resignation letter. Wow. Even when I'm resigning, Mr. Edgeworth is pulling eyes. Still, it wasn't his fault. Someone has to be held responsible. That's how it is in the grown-up world. Yeah, but the responsibility means nothing if it just quits. Well, not everyone sees it that way. Oh, truly take responsibility. You should have to work the rest of your life for no pay. One tough grown-up world there. What's a crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious! Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they're pushing him this far! Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too, but I know different. He trusts us detectives to provide him with the sound evidence. But we betrayed him. Detective? That's it. I've made up my mind. But... Here, take my ID card. You can't do that if someone find out. They wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Oh, look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. Oh, that's so sad. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as... Aww. What? Oh, but listen to me. Let me do this for Mr. Edgeworth's sake. The real goat. Yamshu. Alright, detective. Thank you. Swiftly in the pub. Oh, by the way, can we? I think Gumshoe isn't very photogenic. Whatever you do, you don't say this to his face. Look, his eyes are half shut. Yeah, his mouth is half open. Hey, it sure his shirt buttons is off a notch. He's got a narrow end of a tie in front. I think he goes beyond photogenic. At you. You were lost, I looked it up, lol. I mean, because nothing was saying like you should investigate, because we didn't need to investigate any other place. We didn't need to search that, but maybe I accidentally tipped my microphone and the shit started happening. We're in! Can you find us now? There we go, shoes are gone. Every time I'm confident you to bail me out. Ah! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. You're here. And what's the point of giving you us your ID card? I'm sure you crushed and rendered unusable in the... I didn't do that to my card. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I have to look around myself. Besides, we're all at this together now. Really want to get fired, don't you? No, we're lucky. Now, come on, let's see what we can find. Get a better feeling about it. Like, do I have a bad attention span? This is a safe, isn't it? Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue. Oh, okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is. Don't you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know you want to try my birthday. That's, no. Dun 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 dun. I have a better idea. Okay. Bingo! Look at me. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was that, pal? 77777. The final ID card number on the record. What? The number of the mysterious exquisite officer who... Executive officer. Exquisite. Why exquisite? Oh, yeah. Entered the room that day. You mean? 77777. That ID number? I think you want 7 shy this. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gun's ID number. Hey, anyone care to look inside? Okay, let's do that. Is there any money in there? How much does it have stashed in? Look, it's a shirt from a broken one. This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in here, too. What's this? Looks like a piece of leather. What is it? It's much smaller than my hand. Oh yeah, it's... Ooh, it's much smaller. Ooh. Ooh. My fingers are like... much longer. Ooh. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that. Think the chief made up the design? Oh, I don't think so. Oh, well, it was... Is that it? Is that all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shirt from a cup. It looked like a piece of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great, now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. Are other items related to the Seal 9 incident? Come on, there's got to be something we can show the detective. Okay. First of all, Detective Gumshoe, do you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't the jar a piece of evidence from the case? That's right, one of the shirts have a Seal 9 incident sticker. It's Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean this one that was in the safe? Yeah, that's one that was in the safe. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Okay. Here, let me take a shot. I'll take credits. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. It's alright. Here's a clue. I can piece this together again. A proof Chief Kant was known hiding evidence. Here goes. Ta-da! There! This is like a charm. Of course, man. Chief Kant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of his charm in the safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the CL9 incident. But, hey guys, get a load of this! What is it? The piece you just attached. It's different from the others. Where? Huh? There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line? That's blood. Oh, I don't get it. Why would you can't hide this in the safe? But what do you mean? It already had splatters of blood on it. Unstable jar. Unstable just like me. I'm fired. I won't be able to give you any information. So why will get in all my system now? Understand, don't you? Listen, negative detective. I want to share information though. Oh, who am I? I never had anything too useful to share to begin. Ah, stay positive. What about the claws? The claw. Oh, look at the size of Chief God's desk. Speaking of that, we were here earlier. Oh, it's you too. Chief God. Put that paper he was reading at his desk. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. List of evidence? In more cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Hey, look at the case name. Huh? Till 9 incident, I wonder what it is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said I wonder what... No, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice. That's right, I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. How size a list of evidence? A list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case. What appears? Uh-huh. This is a real deal, isn't it? This armor and those weapons. Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. What's the pipe organ, now this armor. You know how many taxpayers' dollars must have gone into this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it, I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. You go, Emma. You don't have any taxes to pay. Shh! Be careful what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in the armor as we speak. I don't think he's in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out. Cut it out! You guys know how scary that guy can be. Bring. The shells are mostly empty. Anna must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left. Hey, this is where Lana and I went to the theme park. Huh? She didn't take it. It was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gunn must still keep clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff legends are made of. Does he keep in memory of her or in memory of the crime? The chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the criminal affairs department. On the second floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building. When a detective screws up, the chief calls them to this office. It makes them listen to the organ for hours. What's the bad about that? Music soothes the soul. Soothes the soul. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears. My god. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally. Are the chief ears affected? You know, listens to anyone anyway. That's beside the point. This was taken on the date 2 years ago. The day your daughter ran out of the question room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here and went along with Chief Gann to question Dirk. But he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? You can see pretty far from 50 stories up. If you were to drop that suit of armor from here... Of course the chair wanted to use stained glass for his window. Really? Why didn't you? Oh, right! You can see, like, the... It has the shape of a... Oh, God. Why? They say he changed his mind because he wouldn't be able to see the view. Oh. Stained glass or not, it's a huge window. What the fuck is this dude's problem? Is he a pastor or something? That's... This mark looks like a kind of flower. Or is it designed after a insignia on the prosecutor's badge? Yeah, like the one hanging from your collar. What? They have badges too? The design is supposed to portray the severity of the punishment system. That you mention it, it does look like a pointy and kind of painful. Mr. Edgeworth never wears a badge. That's because he's a sharp dresser. A badge like that wouldn't go too well with his outfit. Oh, sharp dressers don't need to wear badges? I guess everyone just kind of lets it slide. I don't see how that's supposed to signify severe punishment. I'm sorry, Phoenix. You're not special. The desk on the other side of the room. Was that your sister's? Yeah, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On the day 2 years ago. Anyone using it? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gunn's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at a New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So, ever since Lana left, no one have touched that desk. No one except Chief Gunn and the cleaner lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's only one of the... Because it's one of the CL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? Nothing. You would be... No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay, now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on, not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you, don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. Sorry, this guy's starting to get... Okay, so what's bothering you? It's a don't think. Your dad might be a suspect, do you? But he's right, Mr. Wright. What do you think of him? You can't. So finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignore me again. You know what? We will confront everything next time. Next year. Where's- Well. I think, yeah, we will stop here and we will continue next year. Yeah, this is getting interesting. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me for the last stream of the year. Yeah. Thanks for coming to the stream. Thanks for watching the VOD. Thanks for participating and helping. Because, yeah, there was a couple of times that was really confusing. But yeah. Have a nice holidays. I will see you probably January. Wait a second. Let me. January 13 or 12. Something like that. Probably January 12. Yeah. For now, I'm going to have holidays and stuff, so. But yeah, once again, thank you. My name is Argus Leviathan, and I hope we will meet again. But for now, have a good day, have a good night, have a good morning, whatever. Happy holidays. And yeah, see ya. But for now, it's bye-bye from me. Bye-bye. 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 Bye.